Welcome everyone to the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. I'm your host, Michael Pickering. That's right. Lo-Fi's in low fidelity, low quality, in your face, messy as can be, global news show. Here we're going to talk about that famous question, what's going on in the world today? And it's Wednesday, time for that Lo-Fi global news, fresh off that press. Coming at us from the Middle East and Africa sections of Reuters. Iran says its ship, Savis, was attacked in Red Sea. Now this one almost belongs on an episode of Messy Monday. But here we are on a Wednesday. The story. Yesterday, an Iranian ship was attacked, and Iran isn't happy about it, but said no casualties were reported, and they're investigating the situation. Though we Lo-Fi know they're going to blame Israel, that's an easy dot to connect. And the Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz was asked about this, and refused to comment except for this. Begin quote. "We have offensive systems operating 24/7, 365 days a year. And they are ready to go into action in any arena and over any distance." End quote. Oh, Israel, you're so interesting how you cannot comment on an issue, and at the same time, say so much. We'll keep you updated as we find out more for sure. Next up, source, the world of NPR. Russian police arrest physicians seeking to treat opposition leader Alexei Navalny. This is more messiness for Monday, but the world just kind of looks like this all over. I suppose we should just say, it's the world. What do you expect? So if you haven't heard, Alexei Navalny is in a labor camp prison and has come down with a respiratory illness and is being treated for it in that prison. Lots of people think this is going to be the death of Navalny, that it's planned, coordinated, and just a matter of time. So some doctors that support Navalny went to the prison to treat him, and the Russian government arrested them. Need we say more? Keep your eyes open and ears to the ground, Lo-Fi listeners. This long story of Alexei Navalny may be coming to a tragic conclusion soon. But now, moving forward, because we never move on from anything. Source, AP News, World Section. UN warns over 27 million Congolese suffer from acute hunger. This one's a Lo-Fi must-read, people. It's time to expand your horizons on what's going on in the world. The Democratic Republic of Congo was on our top 10 list of lowest GDP per capita countries in the world. The DRC is one of the poorest countries on earth. It's been through too many civil wars and conflicts. And now, 2 agencies in the United Nations are reporting that over 27 million people of the Democratic Republic of Congo suffer from acute hunger and are in need of help. Math lesson, Lo-Fi Nation. The Democratic Republic of Congo has about 86.79 million people, and 27.3 million is just over 31%. Over 31% of the country, about 1 in 3 people in the country, suffer from acute hunger. Lo-Fi must read, people. Learn the world. Learn our people. And our following story comes from Reuters' Middle East and Africa sections. Three-way talks over Ethiopian dam fail in Kinshasa. Statements. Okay, this isn't good. This is the final update, or rather, it's the conclusion of the story about talks between Egypt and Sudan with Ethiopia about the dam Ethiopia built over the Nile River that flows into Egypt and Sudan. And those talks failed. Miserably. And Egypt's president warned of major consequences if these talks did fail. And we here at Lofi Poli Sci, we don't think Egypt and Sudan are playing with Ethiopia over this. Ethiopia didn't want to come to an agreement with Egypt and Sudan? Well, keep your eyes open on this one, Lo-Fi listeners. There's likely a lot to come from these talks failing. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the day, the tech section of the BBC. Mobile phones should be banned in schools. Gavin Williamson. Pop quiz for you Lo-Fi listeners out there. Gavin Williamson is Secretary of State of Education in the United Kingdom, aka head of the Education Department in the UK. And I want to have a little conversation with you about all this. The quiz. Do you agree with the UK Secretary of State for Education that phones should be banned in school and specifically in the classroom? Give me your thoughts. I'm curious what you have to say. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Issue 2 of Letters of the Lofi Poli Sci comes out Saturday. Do you have ideas for a top 10 list? Get at me. Do you have good news? Share it with me. Interested in being a co-host? Interested in a flashcast, live stream, episode takeovers? Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we beat. Peace and well-being to all my human beings out there. Much love and always the best. Pickering, signing off.